Hello, it's another wonderful day. Or something like that, I suppose. Um, it's just that kind of day. I'm adjusting the volume. Okay, let's get started. Hopefully I sound okay. I don't know. My voice is a little off because I am in the midst of getting sick, as I mentioned yesterday. My voice definitely sounds more off today, to me at least, than it did yesterday, but it'll be fine. I am, of course, not actually ready to stream. As per usual, I am never ready to stream when I hit the stream button, you know? Like, being ready to stream when I hit the stream button just seems like so much effort. Okay, so, yeah, we're playing Final Fantasy VII. We're gonna be doing some ridiculous stuff. But this will not be something that we play constantly. There's an assist button. Okay. Yeah. Controls. Oh, I see. I can just max out. I'm gonna read those controls again. Apparently, I can just full heal myself. That feels like a little much, but whatever. He waits. Much waiting was had. I forgot how long this opening shot of the stars was, of the, not stars, but the particles was. You're supposed to think they're stars, but they're not. Okay. Here we go. Fan is super loud on my mic. Hopefully the filter that I'm using is blocking most of them. But like, if it's not, sorry. Try to fix that before next time. It's usually not that loud on my. Okay. So I finally got my shiny PS5 set up, and decided to play a PS1 game on it. Because I had gotten the PlayStation 4 version of Final Fantasy VII. Which, it occurs to me, I hope they didn't fix any glitches. Hopefully they didn't. If they did, some things might not be possible. Okay, I'll follow you. Can I open the menu yet? I can't. Big. Anyway, so you can now see where my background comes from, because I played this game when I was a kid. What's recommended? What's that mean? Whatever, we'll just leave it on default. Like it's fine. I'm just a little confused with what that one means. Anyway, we got some soldiers to fight. We are as of yet not named. I do like that you get to start off like just Bud's just a badass from the beginning. These people are shooting bullets at him and he's like, not that big a deal. I think that's such a good baseline for the rest of the game. Also, always loved that little nod to the fact that this is Final Fantasy VII, because we can level up to 7. Now let's continue on our merry way. Okay, we got a potion. I should actually be making sure that I get everything. Okay. Got a potion from guard. Okay, that's what I meant by assist. It meant having these. I knew the game could do that. Okay. Hello, please. Can I not talk to Wedge yet? Do I have to talk to these two first? Just being soldier, right? Yeah, apparently. A group like Avalanche. I like how, like, it's not exactly natural, like it feels a little bit stilted now because we expect better dialogue from our games. But like, for the time, this was pretty smooth introduction to the world. He was in Soldier Jesse, but he quit. He's with us now. I didn't catch your name. Anyway, we're going to go with the default names. Cloud. I don't care what your names are. Cloud's great. We love Cloud. He's such a cool dude. Definitely nothing else to say about Cloud's character. It never changes. Anyway, I told you never move in a group. First, the math reactor. We'll meet on the bridge in front of it. Meanwhile, Barret says that, and then we proceed to move as a group, literally the rest of the time. Like, soldier, huh? I don't trust you. Okay. Okay, there's a Phoenix down in front of us. Gotta beat up some more soldiers as Cloud. Last one does. One thing I think is interesting that I've already realized they changed is they swapped Circle and X, but that was becoming standard at the time anyway. It was actually kind of weird for at least Western games at the time that that was swapped. They had X's cancel and Circles confirm, and that was weird. I just wanted to make sure there was nothing over there. Stab some more enemies like one does. I'll probably actually, this probably won't be like my mainstream game. Does that make sense? I'll probably just do this some days when I'm feeling it. I don't expect this to do well, and that's why it won't be like my mainstream game. Because I don't expect to get any new viewers while I'm playing Final Fantasy VII, you know? I'm doing this for me. Like, Oscar, you come straight on the mission, Cloud. We're gonna blow this huge furnace up. This will be something to see. Alright, I gotta beat up these jerks. I'll be out here getting them kills. So that way he can pay them bills. All I'm saying is, if there were monsters that I could just go fight, like, and actually get money from them, like, not people, but monsters. All I'm saying is I would have died a heroic death in battle at a much younger age. People here use it every day. God just shrugs. I love how much they did with these little sprites to actually give them character. It's pretty impressive, honestly. I'm here for it, Lecker. Let's just do it. Alright, come with me from now on. Anyway, so we now have Barret in our party. We're going to immediately shove Barret in the back line. Because not only does Barret deserve it, Biggs and I got the code for this door. I do like that Final Fantasy VII Remake expanded not only on how they got the code, but on what happens with the explosive here. I mean, people risk their lives just for this code. Code deciphered. Because in this, they don't really give an explanation for how Jesse and Biggs get the code. It's just there, you know? Like, they just have it. But you have a throwaway line from Biggs about how people risk their lives to obtain it. And that's kind of it. Sure thing, Jesse. I'll get right on that for you. Okay, let's continue on our way. I'm just stuff in the background. Me. Get the switch. Cloud and Barret are gonna have a bit of a talkie about the planet or something, but nobody cares. At least Cloud doesn't, and that means I don't, you know? Like, I'm very much on Cloud's side. And that'll be that. A good shrug. It's not my problem. The planet's dying, Cloud. The only thing I care about is finishing this job before security and the robo-guards come. On the one hand, I think that Barret's absolutely right. But on the other, Todd's viewpoint on it is really funny. like he's not wrong, but like it's funny. Anyway, whoops. B. Anyway, I do like that they added more security in this section here. Also, I'm thinking I'm gonna do a no materia run of the game, but I didn't want to do that without doing a normal run of the game first. But doing a normal run of the game it's not something I would do. When have I done anything normal? Oh man, that's funny. Do I strike you as someone who does things normally with, like, ever? Like, do you imagine doing something normal? Couldn't be me. Like, honestly, could not. Like, just could not be me. Anyway, so I'm going to plug in my phone real quick, because it is in the process of dying. We can at least watch Jesse run in front of us. Okay, I have to lean over for the plugging in part of this endeavor. Not into the phone, obviously, but into a power source. Okay, there we go. Plugged in. Okay, let's go now. Onward. We do a little hop. From a ladder to grab onto, and then use the directional buttons to climb up and down. Thanks, Jesse. I didn't know how to climb ladders. I've gone my whole life without ever encountering them, in fact. Okay, now you already told me how to use ladders, Jesse. You don't have to do it again. It's okay. Like, really, it is. Oh, we got attacked from the back. That's probably not the best. I mean, it's not the worst, mostly because these enemies are weak, but you know, still not the best. And we missed, which is also not the best. Okay, but this time we'll actually take them out, no problem. It's probably worth it damaging half cloud switch. I didn't think it would be, but we've only got one enemy left, so we missed. Whatever, Barret, handle it. Thank you. Anyway, easy game, easy life. One thing that I think would be really fun to do. Also, I haven't talked about it because I didn't talk about it too much while playing Final Fantasy VII Remake. But I can't believe that Cloud is having flash forwards to a very specific moment throughout Final Fantasy VII Remake. I think that's so raw. Like, that was my... I talked about it, I think, a little bit when I played it on YouTube, but that was my moment when I was like, oh, I see. This is not a remake. We've been bamboozled. Before that, I was like, oh, they might just be adding some things to help explain plot devices, adding plot devices. That's what I thought the ghosts were at first. But they were just going to be like some Jenova is manipulating the planet kind of deal or something. You know, something that would be there to help some parts of the story move along a little bit better, make Sephiroth seem more imposing, that kind of thing. You know, like that wouldn't have been surprising. That's what I thought the ghosts were going to be. And then it turns out that it's a time travel story and that they're like fate arbiters or something, like, which honestly, like, that there were fate arbiters kind of came out of nowhere. I don't know what, like, they just pulled that one out. They were just like, yeah, that's a thing, by the way. Anyway, so we have lots of ability to save. So every time we get through an area, we're changing save files. You can never have enough save files. Anyway. Boop. We pick up the restore materia, and we get in a fight. I think you're gonna be nothing more than the hunk of junk. Cloud, you set the bomb. Shouldn't you do it? Just do it. I gotta watch to make sure you don't pull nothing. Okay, buddy. Watch out, this isn't just a reactor. Huh? Also, that's an interesting thing, that Cloud still has moments where he's hearing something, but it's a different thing than it is in Remake, and in this, his flashbacks are fundamentally different. And like his like moments where he clutches his head and something happens. Anyway, we can actually use lightning magic. Don't gotta wait. You can just use it. Wahoo. Boop. Yeah, this is not the no materia run, so we do not have to avoid using materia. We can just throw some out. It's using search scope, but again, I sure do be doing that a lot. Let's see. I'm expecting it to, yeah, put its tail up soon. Oh, no, it didn't put its tail up, actually. I was expecting the tail to be up there. That's what I thought Scorpion Tail was going to be, but I guess not. Well, oh, its tail went up. Uh-oh. Just gonna throw a potion on Barret. Yeah, so don't attack while its tail's up. Whoopsie. Already queued that one, Cloud. My bad. It does less damage than I remember it doing, honestly. I thought that was gonna, I remember that hurting more. Honestly, we don't even need to heal. Like, I feel like I should just because I have nothing else to do, and like they're just potions. But like, anyway, now we just wait for its tail to go down. Put that tail down, buddy. Put it down. There you go. Like, I'm just looking at it like, put it down. Put it down. It's only got 800 health, so. Okay, there we go. Oh boy, we got a gun. Okay. Let's get out of here. 10 minutes to detonation. Can we adjust equipment yet? We can't. We will give Barret the better gun then. There's no reason not to. It'll make clearing the enemies on our way out a little bit easier. Why is there no music for this? It's so awkward. This sound effect sounds so wrong. The silence is so awkward. Okay. Anyway, by the way, our goal for the date is to go on the date with Tifa, because, that's my personal ship. But... Okay, we did it. So I just looked at our, Please let me go up, thank you. I just read the dating mechanics, and they're quite easy. Like, really easy. We shall, do them with ease, because With Tifa, it is simple. Like, she's got a repeatable one that you can do to increase her, so I can say whatever I want to Eris. And as long as I don't manage to max her out, it'll be fine. Can we attack already? Come on, that enemy's real slow. I'm on a timer here, buddy. Not that this timer is, like, in any way dangerous. Honestly, if you've had this timer explode on you, either you have a hard time navigating 3D spaces, or you took a nap. I don't know. You took a break. You were like 10 minutes. I can go use the restroom. It'll be fine. And then you came back and realized maybe you should have come back a little bit sooner. Oh, we got another bunch of jerks to beat up. Easy game, easy life, though. You know, just gotta beat up some jerks. It's not hard at all. You just beat them up and then move on with your life. Nice and easy. Okay. Code deciphered. Good for you, Biggs. Don't know what that means, but don't know what you deciphered there. Kaboom! That explosion looked really good for PS1. You know? This game looked amazing for PlayStation 1, honestly. Should keep the planet going at least a little longer. Now everyone get back. Let's get out of here. About your money. Wait till we get back. Oh, fine, buddy. Let's get going. Oh boy, Loveless. Soon we get to see a bunch of Loveless quotes. Not in this game, but like in a month. Anyway, I'm gonna see if there's any Better get out of here. Please. There we go. That's interesting. I didn't even notice that. I didn't even notice that while running around, if I use the analog stick, it auto run. I didn't even catch that. Completely missed it. Okay, yeah, there's nothing we can grab up here aside from this single item over here. Just a potion. Anyway, back over here. Later. There's no point to fighting all of them. We don't get much of anything for doing it, and yeah. Not enough time to mess around with you guys. See you later, nerds. Whee! Okay, now are you ready for me to just grind? I hope you are, because that's what happens next. Cloud never came. Cloud think he was killed? No way. Cloud. Say, do you think Cloud's going to stay on and fight for Avalanche? How the hell would I know? Do I look like a mind reader? Y'all weren't such screw-ups. Barrett, what about our money? Nothing, sorry. Easy game, easy life, says Cloud as he enters. That's right, it's me, Cloud Strife. Looks like I'm a little late. Damn right you're late, come waltzing in here making a big scene. Just what I always do. Cloud the cool guy. You were worried about me? Going down to your share, hotshot. Moving out, follow me. Whatever. You were great back there, thanks, I guess. We'll do even better next time. Okay. And we got our face cleaned. Woohoo. Thanks for helping me back there at the reactor. You're welcome, person who's absolutely an important character and going to live. Please let me... There we go. Don't know why it didn't want to jump there for a second. Sector 7, train graveyard. So time around was 12:23 a.m. Midgar Standard Time. Look how we chased all those other people out. That's why I hit the last train. Okay, buddy. Acting like you're so normal. It's my house, so make yourselves at home. Back to this guy. Terrorists, the bomb #1 reactor based somewhere in the slums. Blowing up a reactor, they should put some thought into this one. Let's have a real calculating meter. Wonder what they'll do next. Hasn't switched security mode yet. I'm sure that'll change by tomorrow. Someday Avalanche can be famous, and me too. Yep. Sure will, buddy. Please don't bother the other passengers. Okay, I'll fine. What do you have in mind? Nothing but a sidekick. Okay, I can do lots of things. Okay, buddy. I believe in you, Wedge. You know, like you can do it actually. Bombs, monitors, you know, flashy stuff. Okay, Jesse. If you say so. Oh boy, it's a 1/10,000 scale of Midgar. Yeah, there's 4 pillars in each section. #1 reactor lives in the northern section. There's #2, #3, all the way up to the #8 reactor. The 8 reactors provide Midgar with electricity. Each town used to have a name, but no one in Midgar remembers them. So names refer them by numbered sectors. That's how things turned out. Anyways, we're gonna get some more info dumping. Anyway, we got a nice ID made by Jesse. You know, gotta use them fake IDs. Speak of the devil, that line means that we're in the ID security check area. Lights go off, you never know what kind of creeps will come out. We're almost back now. What a relief. I know. Next time we'll make one just for you. Thanks anyway. Yeah, you might regret it. I'm the type who takes things personal. Almost there. I'm talking with you and Ray Try. I think you've lit my fuse. Being stars. This sucks. I hate the dark. Okay, Biggs is taking a nice little nappy. Anyway, plate is blocking the sky, blah blah blah. Who cares? Filling City, pretty unsettling scenery. Never expect to hear that out of someone like you. You're just full of surprises. Sitting on a plate. It's because of that pizza that people underneath are suffering. The city below is full of polluted air, and Barrett's off talking about the environment again. And keeps draining up all the energy. Why doesn't everyone move on to the plate? Don't know, probably because they ain't got no money, or maybe because they love their land no matter how polluted it gets. I know, no one lives in the slums because they want to. Like this train, it can't run anywhere except where its rails take it. See, even Cloud can be understanding sometimes. You know, every once in a while, as a treat. Okay. We've made it off the train, and it is now time to start the grind. And the ridiculous grinds that I'll have to do for this challenge is like, why? I think this challenge won't do very good. I didn't want to do. Yeah. Don't be scared of the explosion. Next one's gonna be bigger. Be back at the hideout. Move out. Yeah, whatever. Okay. Let's go. I wanna swap the battle speed up yet. Be fighting. I was just looking at what the controls were for those extra buttons that I didn't pay attention to. Fortunately, I'm having a hard time finding them. Okay. I found the button. 3 times speed. We get to make this a bit faster. So we need like a lot of money. Because this is the shop that is in the Sector 7 slums is the only shop in the game that you can buy iron mangles at. So if we want 99 iron mangles, we have to do it now. We can't wait till later. Okay. Fortunately, we can't actually equip anything. It's a bummer. But let's go to config and move battle speed as fast as it will go. There we go. With that plus the 3 times speed, that is as fast as we can make this go. That's maximum speed. That's like we have to be mashing the X button, and you still are actually taking some bad things with this, but it's fun. Okay. Oh boy, we got a potion. That's not what we want. What we actually want is ethers, because every ether is worth 750. These things have a small chance of dropping them, but it's not big. The potions are only nice because they keep us going without us having to leave the area. Like, that's all the potions drops are good for, really. Speaking of, we want to... Oh, what am I doing? That's not the right thing. We want to use a potion whenever we get below 150 or so. We'll be leveling up as we do this, you know, like we're level 9 now, so our chances of also we'll probably get Cloud's some more Cloud's limit breaks doing this, just passively, like that'll just happen, and that's fine. That's good actually. Chances are pretty good that we'll get Cloud's tier 2 limit break, and hopefully we'll also get his second tier 1 limit break. The way limit breaks unlock in this, if I'm remembering correctly, is you get tier 1 limit break. So you get the second of your tier limit break for using the first one a certain number of times, and then you get so like for example, I would get fucking so hard. So like for example, you would get Cloud second, I believe it's for using Braver 10 times, or like 3 or 4 uses, something like that. And then you get the next tier of limit breaks in this game by getting a certain number of kills with the character, which Cloud is working. We're getting there. Okay, these are the enemies we want to fight the most, because they have the chance of getting what we really want. Of course we haven't gotten yet, which is just very unfortunate. We're not even a 15th of the way to done farming. That's just very unfortunate. Very sad. Maximum sadness, in fact. Take out another jerk. We got another use on Braver, which is nice, you know. Like, it's not a huge upgrade. Cloud's other limit breaks that we can get at this point, but some of them are upgrades. You know, and getting them is a nice extra thing. I should use 2 potions after this fight. Might have to actually go sleep at the inn that we can access, which is kind of annoying. Okay, we get to start next battle with a limit break, which is pretty nice. We're halfway to level 10, so there's that. But yeah, this is not the fastest thing to do in the world, for sure. In fact, one would even call it slow, if one were being completely honest. It takes a while. It's definitely not fast, especially since we have not gotten a single ether drop. That's the worst part. We haven't gotten a single ether drop, we only got 1 potion drop. Our luck is not great today. That's definitely how I would classify it. But you know, we're trying. An attempt is being made. Just beat up this jerk. Okay. We continue to beat up these jerks. Got the enemies that we wanted again, but do they drop what we want this time? They do not. That's so sad. Yeah, as you can see, if you don't get ether drops, it's quite a few battles, because we're getting like 30 gil a battle. Which is not a lot. It's not very much. It's distinctly very little, actually. Okay. One nice thing about this is I don't need to be tabbed in for this to work because the controller, like I'm doing it on a PS5, so it's separate. Like it's all separate, which is really nice. It also means it doesn't take up any of my computer resources. Not that a PlayStation game is really all that harsh on computer resources, but it's still nice. Okay, just gotta finish. As I was saying, just gotta finish this enemy. We got 2 potions there. That's nice at least. Okay. Get smacked. Easy peasy. Cool. 2 potions. Then go back to smacking the enemy. Also, it looks like just a second. I'm gonna check something. And if it's true, I'm gonna be annoyed about. I'm going to be annoyed if this is true. There's a save point right here. We're going to save. Hey buddy. Hey now. Oops. What are you doing? Just about out, geez, huh? You came to see it too? There's bombing on top. This pillar should come down. Everyone in the slums is dust. There's no point in worrying about that. Hey, check it out. It's huge, ain't it? Yep. Isn't that a nice, sturdy pillar? Nothing could ever happen to that to get rid of it, right? Yeah. Yeah, of course. Nothing could ever get rid of that. No, not at all. Ever. Look how sturdy it is. How could it fall? That would never happen. That's like simply impossible. It simply can't happen. Like, it is not possible for that to fall. This is a strange and wonderful place. This is my place, but you can come here when you want. See ya, bro. Okay, buddy. Whatever. No Cloud, over here, now. Okay, buddy. Anyway, we're going to see if we go get the money from Barret. Also, poor Johnny. Johnny's out here doing his best, you know? Johnny is like the best side character in the game, so... What the hell's wrong tonight? I thought that long blackout was strange. Say a Mako reactor was destroyed above. All of a sudden get kicked out the store. What's up with that? Resemble it. So just love them homemade cocktails, but they sure do creep up on you. Poor Johnny. Didn't even pay my bill. Yo, Barret, that's coming out of your money, not mine, right? Like, you should have at least gotten that guy's bill. Come on. Like, Papa! Oh my, is Cloud a father? I like how they faked that out for like half a second, and they're like, no, the Cloud's not. Cloud's not. Riley, aren't you going to say anything to Cloud? Oh, come on, Cloud. Looks like everything went well. You fight with Barret? Yeah. Should have known. He's always pushing people around. You've always been in fights ever since you were little. I was worried. Anyway, yeah, we'll keep the default name for Tifa. So glad everyone's safe. Anyway, yeah, why not? That's more like him. You're a soldier, still over here, so you better listen to whatever I tell you. Okay, buddy. Maybe calm down a little bit. Look at me now. I'm really pulley. I don't know whether I should be happy or sad, but it's the good food and drinks that make the shop famous. Getting all excited. Stop making such a mess. Okay, I got Clyde just gets bumped back to... You alright, Barret? Great! I'm not just good, I'm great! Like, calm down there. Like, chill out. We're fine. Bum 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 bum. Doo doo. It's something hard. Believed you made it back safely. The job wasn't even tough. You weren't, soldier. You get your pay from Barret. Don't worry, once I get that money, I'm out of here. Are you feeling alright? Yeah, why? You just look a little tired, I guess. Better go down below. We go back down. Love the music for this area. Look at the news. What a blast. It was all because of my bomb? But all I really did was just make it like the computer told me. I know, I must have made a miscalculation somewhere. Also, in this is the only thing that points to that bomb, that explosion having been bigger than Jesse intended. And I love that the remake came in and added more detail there. And just claim responsibility for the bomb. Expect the avalanche will continue its reign of terror. Since Midgar, there's no need to fear. I've immediately mobilized soldiers to protect our citizenry against the senseless violence. Thank you, and good night. Is there anyone from Soldier fighting us today? None, I'm positive. You sound pretty sure. If there was anyone from Soldier, you wouldn't be standing here now. Don't go thinking you so bad just cause you was in Soldier. Yeah, you're strong. Probably all them guys in Soldier are. But don't forget that your skinny ass is working for Avalanche now. Don't get no ideas about hanging on to Shinra. Staying with Shinra? You asked me a question and I answered it. That's all. Okay. Going upstairs. I want to talk about my money. Chuck's money. Papa, you're so great. Wait, Cloud. Tifa, let him go. Looks like he still misses the Shinra. Shut up. I don't care about neither Shinra nor Soldier. Don't get me wrong, I don't care about Avalanche or the planet for that matter. Straighten things up with everyone for me. Must have been for a lot of it. Sure, what the hell? It's a verbal agreement. Now let me figure this out. Let's stop it, Clyde. Did you hear me? Say you don't care, but you came to talk to me. Clyde, you just want friends. Isn't that right? I really don't care. You're terrible. Real cold-blooded. This is a funny interaction. I like that this is a thing you could do. What's just a good person, though? We can't even talk to Biggs. You okay over there, Biggs? I don't want to talk to you. Go away, Wedge. I'm not trying to talk to you right now. I'm trying to see if Biggs is okay, because, like, that looked like it hurt. Poor Biggs. But it's fine. We feel sorry for Biggs, but, like, it's okay. It's just fine. Poor Biggs, but anyway. Let's go over here. Hey Tifa. Please join us. Nah, sorry Tifa. Plan's saying, sure it's saying someone has to do something. Let Barret and his buddies do something about it. It's got nothing to do with me. Really leaving? You're just going to walk right out ignoring your childhood friend? I'm gonna go sorry. You forgot the promise, too. Promise? So you did forget. Anyway, now we get flashbacked. I love that Tifa can just flashback him. Look, the well. I like how they're talking about like they can actually see it. That's hilarious. I love how loose the fourth wall is in some of these sequences. Like, I think it's a good use of the medium. I thought you would never come, and I was getting a little cold. I'm sure you were. Poor Cloud, all alone. Sorry I'm late, says Tifa. Fashionably late, being so mean to Cloud, making him wait out in the cold, looking at the stars alone. That's a really nice sky, actually. So you want to talk to me about something? Come this spring, I'm leaving town for Midgar. All the boys are leaving town. And Cloud really just said, but I'm different from the other boys. Like, okay, Cloud. I'm happy for you. I believe in you. I believe that you're different. I want to join Soldier. Going to be the best there is, just like Sephiroth. Sephiroth? The great Sephiroth? I actually really like Sephiroth's story as it's built up in this, because, like, it is really built up as Sephiroth is some great figure. Isn't it hard to join Soldier? I probably won't be able to come back to this town for a while. So true. Huh? You make it, will you be in the newspapers? I'll try. Let's make a promise. You get really famous and I'm ever in a bind. You'll come save me, alright? What? If I'm ever in trouble, my hero will come and rescue me. I want to experience that at least once. What? Cloud, stop being dense. Come on, Cloud. Alright, I promise. Yeah. Cloud sure was dense about that one, huh? Like, his childhood friends literally calling him my hero, and he's not picking up what she's putting down. Remember now, don't you? Our promise? I'm not a hero and I'm not famous, so I can't keep our promise. You had your childhood dream, didn't you? You joined Soldier. So come on, you've got to keep your promise. Wait a sec, big time soldier boy. A promise is a promise. Here. I got 1,500 gil. This is my pay, don't make me laugh. What, then you got the next mission lined up? I'll do it for 3,000. Really hurting for help, right? That money's from Arlene's schooling. Poor Cloud. Thanks, Cloud. I like how Tifa just assumes Cloud will take 2,000. Not is told that Cloud will take 2,000. Tifa just assumes. Okay, now we need to go up from sleeping on what looks like a not very fun to sleep on floor. Like, that does not look very comfortable. I'm glad you sleep well. We say next to you who wouldn't. I don't know what you mean. I'm going this time. Alright, The next mission, I got something I want to ask you. I don't really know how to use material. I'll give you that material we found. Just teach me how to use it. We'll be nice to Barret and explain it. I'll mostly be actually skipping the actual explanation. I just wanted to be nice to Barret, you know? Now, that's not really in character for Cloud, but, you know, this also functions as, like, the just general menu tutorial, because all the menus are pretty similar. And I think that that's just a nice thing to have for, like, people who haven't played a JRPG before. Like, because before this, you don't really need to open the menu at all. Completely optional. Oh boy. What I really need to decide, though, is if I want to actually get perfect HP, like, perfect natural HP and MP, because, like, I can, but I don't know if you know, if anyone watching knows what's required for that, but it's a headache and a half, because there's randomization to your HP and MP, right? And not like, most people will not naturally get to the maximums. In fact, does anyone get max natural MP? I don't think anyone does. Barrett's the only one that gets max, natural HP. But, like, it definitely, there's a lot of finagling to get natural HP and MP, and, like, that's absolutely part of, like, getting a perfect save file for the game, but I'm just not sure I wanna. It's effectively, you have to max level early, and you have to do it in a very specific, grindy way. Because there are some levels where you're gonna have, like, a 1 in 64 chance of getting the right thing on a character, which means that you want only one person leveling up. And even then, it might be 100 resets where you have to level them up. Which means that you have to manage everyone's XP in a really finagly thing. Also, I like Barrett's response. What's this? It wasn't that tough, crap. I don't get it. You just handle material, Cloud. I went to the lump shop man upstairs. He has something he wants to give you. Don't forget. You watch the store while we're gone. Alright, good luck. Anyway, we have some other treasure to go get around town. We're gonna go in here. We're going to get 3 iron bangles. We are a customer. We sell, we buy. Is this the right store? It is not. Sorry, buddy. Didn't mean to get your hopes up. Where is the right store? In here, probably? Is it you? You can't just walk out of here without buying something. Might be unhealthy for you, if you know what I mean. Okay, yeah, you try that, buddy. I mean, I'm gonna buy something because you got stuff I want to buy. But, buddy, you try that. See how that works out for you. Anyways, we're gonna get 3 iron bangles for right now, just because it is... Like, it's an upgrade for everyone. So we're just gonna throw them on. Okay, there we go. Tired? Why don't you rest up on the 3rd floor of my house? There's one condition. You gotta give me some cash. 10 gil. Oh man, go ahead and help yourself to the room. Anyway, now we can stay there as many times as we want. Which is why you agree to that. Because it is still kinda nice. Okay. Hey, dog. I did not need to get this information. Thanks, though. I appreciate it. Okay. You stand out even more than I do. Am I in the way? If so, just press it one more time. Pretty busy myself. You can always come and need me. If you don't show up sometimes, don't get mad. I like how they're just like, yeah, sometimes this button won't work, but don't get mad at it. We'll have the cute little cursor talk to you about how you shouldn't get mad. You say you're a beginner, but your eyes say you're not. Don't mess with me. I used to be in Soldier. I'll tell you how much I know, and for free, too. I love that all of the tutorialing is Cloud talking. It's a really nice thing that says like, oh yeah, we're not gonna read all these tutorials though. I know how to play the game. We're just here to get the stuff. Hey, you got one right off. That was materia. Next, take this treasure chest. Because, you know, free stuff is free stuff. These treasure chests have lots of items. I love that the chest is talking to us. Next time's back, just make sure you don't overlook any. I didn't want to talk to you again. No, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to do that. Anyway, I don't think I get anything from talking to anyone else, but I'll talk to all of them once just to be sure. You're wiped out. If you saved, you can restart. When you leave Midgard and you get to the world map, you can save anywhere you like. Remember that. Okay, save point. Okay. Bye. Okay, treasure chest. Thanks for informing us. Soldier, tell us about balance. We'll even pay you. I'm not hard up enough to take money from guys like you, but I'll rap with you for a while. I love this. I love this room. It's great. There's so much character in things that, like, I'll grant that, like, there are probably better ways to handle this than tutorialing, but at least they made the tutorialing interesting, you know? That's something I really like about it. Like, now we watch two little kids fight each other and use limit breaks. Child on child violence, the funniest thing. Anyway, don't clip that one. Oops, that's not where I wanted to go. I wanted to go the other way. Make sure there wasn't anything, the top room. Okay. Ooh. Now we take a nappy. Anyway, now that we've taken our nap, I just wanted to make sure there wasn't anything else in the room. You know? It's an important thing to be doing. Kid, let me by. Collision is truly the pain of all old games. Jank collision was a hallmark of this era, and it was jank every single time in every single way. Remember, my son's already left, and just my wife now here. You have no idea how lonesome it gets. Just give something but headaches when he's here, but now that he's gone, we kind of miss him. Strange, isn't it? That house is tiny for multiple people. Johnny's gone. You look a little disappointed. I don't say it myself, but I'm just a lonely guy when I'm not drinking. What is with that? That person was having a little bit of issue with the person was having a little bit of an issue with, you know, physics, but, you know, that happens. Like, sometimes we all get into a mild disagreement with physics. Like, understandable, really. Anyways, we're just going to not get on the train, because apparently you can come here with all three of them, which is why I went and did all that, because having all three of them will make this much more sustainable. Anyways, let's actually equip our materia. You might be thinking, why would I not have lightning? And that's because I want to be lazy and hit the attack button, you know? And if I'm going to be lazy and just mash X through these battles, then I need to have that already lined up, you know? So I need to look at what level Yuffie and Vincent come in, make sure it's not tied to our level, because if it is, then I've got to be real careful for some sections. Later. Like, it's not worrisome yet, but I have to make sure that Vincent and Yuffie don't go above their level. Same with Sid and all the other characters that you get later. Wait, I still have to mash X. This isn't that kind of turn-based game. Can't look stuff up. So FF7, character levels at recruit. if it does not say. I don't see any comment about what level the characters will be when I recruit them. I'll try looking up specifically Yuffie. Okay. No comment on what level any of them will be. That's a bummer. Maybe try looking up Yuffie's starting level. Maybe that'll get me what I want. Okay, Yuffie's starting level is decided by Cloud's level. Lowest she can start 17, and the highest is 42. Let me go look up something in the HP charts and make sure that that is fine. Which I think it is. That sounds fine. But I am not certain. Finding the right information. I love having access to like a ridiculously thorough walkthrough, but it does making finding the information I'm looking for right now kind of a pain. Okay, I found it. Let me just scroll down to Yuffie's HP chart. The max safe level for Yuffie is 53, which means that she cannot come in at a level higher than her safe level. I just gotta make sure for Vincent. That's actually a problem. Okay, I need to keep my level down. Which is very hard. So in order to get Vincent, so Vincent's party level is apparently your party average plus 3. That's, okay. Okay. Yeah, Sid will also be 3 levels higher. So I have to recruit Sid before okay. I might have to figure out some finagling with that. It doesn't really matter for today though, so we'll just keep going. Because we have to do this first, and we're not going to get high enough level doing this to get anywhere near a point where we should worry about it, you know? So we need to get about 15k money. Hopefully we get some stuff that makes it faster, but you know, we haven't yet, so we're just gonna have to hope. I don't know why I'm doing that, other than for fun. I don't know when you get Sid. Is that this? I assume you can have Sid and Aerith in the party at the same time. I'm gonna have to look. It's been too long since I actually played the game. Past like the first couple hours. Like the last time I played the game past the first couple hours, I think I was in high school. There's an ether, beautiful. We stand ethers. We love picking up ethers. They're worth lots of money. Because like I definitely want to at least play the game with the idea that I can make a save from which it's possible to get perfect HP. Even if I decide not to in the end, I want the option to do it. You know what I mean? I definitely want the option to get that done. Okay, so Vincent is the most worrisome one because his safety level is level 39, which is way low. You know, like that's a pretty low level. Like that's like, I feel like, considering the random grinding I have to do for things like this, that's a level I could accidentally get to, you know? That's the only one that's like worryingly low. The next is Sid at 45, but everybody else is in the 50s at least for their safety level. Which is like, that's the point at which like you're only gonna hit that before you lose Eris if you are hardcore trying, you know? Like at that point, I don't need to worry about it. Like I would only hit that before losing Aerith if I was really trying. Okay, but yeah, we do need to grind for quite a bit. You know, like this is gonna take a hot minute. Like a hot minute, you know? Doing Tifa's limit break on 3x speed sounds challenging. I might have to turn 3x speed off when we get to her later ones. Like this one is fine because, you know, if I get a hit, like it's no big deal. It's not a problem if I just get a hit instead of whatever the good one is. A yeah? Are the ya's on it? I forget. Whatever. Your point is that it's not a big deal. Whereas it is a much bigger deal. So hey, look, Tifa's up to level 9. Good for Tifa. Yeah, we're already at level 11, but at least on Cloud, but at least at this point, levels are starting to slow down, which is good. We need them to. Because we still have to farm a lot of gil here. Yeah, I will look through the walkthrough at some point. Maybe while I'm getting all those other. So I got like, by the way, I did do some of the Pokemon Stadium stuff off stream. I got like 20 Pokemon through the Hall of Fame or something. But it is really tedious. I did find where the speed up button was in that emulator, but there's no like toggle or control of it that I could find. There's just normal speed and uncapped. And as far as I could tell, there was no easy way to increment your normal speed while you were playing. It exists, but I can't map it to a controller, so I'd rather not. You know, and there's no like selecting a speed up speed that you want, like I can do with other emulators, where like I can select I want it to be at 3 times speed. You know, I want it to be at 300% or whatever. However it does it, skip 3 frames, you know, whatever metric I can use to control speed. Look at this, it's beautiful. Boop. Full heal. That's why we have the Cure All on Cloud. It's that way when we need to, we can just full heal. You know? Anyway, we look at some more enemies. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. We need a lot more skill still. We are nowhere near how much we need. How many ethers do we have? 3, I think? Maybe 4? No, 3. Okay, well. Yeah, we have 3, so that's... They sell for $7.50 a pop, so that almost doubles our money. Just on its own. So, like, it's not quite as bad as our amount of gil makes it look. But we're still going to be here a while. Like, we will be saving for sure after this grinding is done. And that will be, like, the beginning save file. So we'll be moving to a new save file after. Although... I'm not gonna manage my saves that way, actually. That sounds like an accident waiting to happen. What we're gonna do instead, we're gonna be a little bit smarter about this, you know, be a little bit more logical. We're going to we're gonna have that first save file just be whatever save file we're currently managing, and we're gonna do it the way I handled the Dark Cloud 2 save files, where I separate it out to like all the way in the back, you know, as far back as I can put it, so that way I don't accidentally save over it. So that way, if I make a mistake anywhere, I minimize the amount of replaying of the game that has to be done. You know, I make it so that way the amount of replaying of the game I have to do is like, you know, as little as possible. Like, preferably not. That's the goal, right? Is to not have to do any ever. Tifa's up to level 10. Good for her. Thankfully, the EXP needed to level is quite the chart in this game, so that's good. Keep finding potions, which is nice because that means we won't have to buy any. Not that we really would have anyway. Like, this is gonna comfortably overlevel us for quite a while, just getting this money, because, like, it just will. The only way it wouldn't was if we got comically lucky with finding ethers, which does not appear to be happening. You may have noticed it has not happened yet. While it may happen eventually, sure hasn't happened yet. You know? Okay, we continue on our merry way. Why do iron bangles have to be so expensive? Gosh. No, not even a discount for buying them in bulk. I'm over here trying to buy 99 iron bangles and I don't even get a discount. Like, come on. It is Yaz. Even slow down, I still can't get it. That's sad. That was sad. Play Despacito for that one. Also, notice how Tifa just has her defensive stats. Are they just lower? Like, she's taking so much more damage. Is she just getting attacked more? No, okay. Her defensive stats are actually significantly lower than Cloud's. And Barrett's got the back row advantage. That's why her stuff is causing her to take so much more damage. Okay. I thought it was probably something like that, but I wasn't like certain, you know? Alright, we go back to mashing X through this battle, as one does. Like, Barrett's taking so little damage from getting hit that he's not even... Has he even gotten another limit break yet? Like, I'm about to swap the man to the front row just so he can get some limit breaks in, you know? Work on unlocking his second limit break. Because he sure is not unlocking it very quickly. That is for certain. Okay. Okay, there we go. The recommendation in this guide is to keep everyone in the safety range until you have the high wind, but I, for the life of me, do not remember the order of events in this game. I do not remember how good of advice that might be if I want to also get Aerith up there, you know? Like, I'm not sure. And hey look, Barrett finally gets to use Big Shot again. Good for you, Barrett. Anyway. We continue on our merry way, smashing more enemies down. I'm starting to run out of commentary for this one. I don't know, man. It's very grindy. Need something to ramble about. That's what I need. You know, like I need something to just talk about for a couple hours without really thinking about it. Alas, I do not currently have a ramble topic in mind, which is a little unfortunate. I can talk about how excited I am for the Crisis Core HD remaster that's coming. I'll believe it's no different from the original though when I see the credits roll. You know, like they're doing a lot to touch it up, and they put it into the remake engine, which I think was the most suspicious decision they made. I heard that they redid it in the remake engine, and I went, that could not have been that easy. I don't believe that. I've worked with game engines. Moving something from one game engine to another would only have been easy if that was part of the idea when they built the remake engine, was for that move to be easy. And maybe it was, like, that's realistic, right? Like, maybe they were like, oh, we gotta get this off just the PSP if we want people to actually care about Zack again, right? We want people to care about Zack because, you know, he was a fan favorite character before. We want to make sure that new fans of the series that are going to be brought in by FF7 Remake get the chance to experience Zack and his previous appearances. That makes sense. So, like, if they built the remake engine with that in mind, with the idea already of moving Crisis Core onto it, then maybe that's not a suspicious decision. But it sure does strike me as a suspicious decision to move what engine it's in. That's an expensive decision engineering time-wise. Like, that's not cheap, right? That's a pretty expensive decision to be making, and I am greatly suspicious of why they made it. You know? Like, that's one of... Okay, we got 2 ethers, like, back to back. Maybe this won't take that long if our luck keeps up. Here it is. Another ether? This thing can't even drop either, so, Not this time. Our luck's not that good, I guess. We are hitting the point now that everybody's above level 11 that it really doesn't take very long for us to just defeat the enemies, which is pretty nice. We appreciate that. Like we appreciate that little detail. Okay, get a potion. Now we continue on our merry way. Got more things to beat up. Where are the enemies? There we go. That was weird. Oh, that took a little bit of extra time there to get the next set of enemies. Only got a potion this time, but you know, can't get lucky every time. That's understandable. It's fine. You know, we cannot expect to get lucky every single time. Just most of the times, you know? We're certainly hoping to get lucky most of the times. Okay. Yeah. So, after I get this done, where's the next, like, time that I have to get 2 copies of this guide open? Just to have it in, talking is hard. I just need to have 2 copies of this guide open so I can have notes on the perfect game open and then just the actual normal walkthrough. Rather than having to swap between them. Okay, okay, oh boy, we're up to level 13. Yay! Really don't care. Nice, but I honestly do not care. Okay, we continue running in a circle. This is life now. This is what life is like forever now. We smack some more enemies, and we go back to running in a circle. Yeah. This is my life. Do 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 do. Okay. Let's go. Roll. Okay, I'm really running out of things to talk about while I grind. But it's okay. Like, I'll figure something out. 2 more potions, isn't that nice? We have not gotten an ether while I wasn't paying attention, and that's a bummer. I was really hoping that I would open my inventory and there might be an extra ether or 2. How long is it until the next perfect game? No. Cloud Falls, blah blah blah. Okay, so we can get all the way to getting Aerith to Don Corneo. I didn't even notice that Tifa had her limit break. I was not even paying attention. I was over here reading. Okay, so the next perfect game note is getting Cloud properly dressed up for the dawn. That's the next perfect game note. That way you can get all the key items, right? All the best key items anyway. You know, some of those key items are mutually exclusive, but like picking the best bunch of them. Yeah, we're almost up to 4,000 gil. You know, only 10,000 gil away. More like 8,000 something gil away. More like 7,000 something. Because of the ethers we have in our inventory, but like still pretty far. We're about a third there is what it comes down to. Depending on luck with ethers, you know? Like, luck with ethers is gonna control a lot of this, but we're about a third of the way there. I don't know why all these enemies are attacking Tifa. Like, Tifa's just taking a lot more hits than Cloud. I don't know if there's something about, like, people in certain positions get attacked more, or what. But Tifa sure do be getting hit more. Does Cloud have an evasion chance that's pretty nice or something? No? Doesn't look like it. Okay, so he does have a 4% defense chance, but so does Tifa, so I don't know what that's about. Her defense is worse, but I also feel like she's just getting hit more times. Like, her defense being worse is, like, kind of understandable, because, you know, she's not actually wearing any armor. Like, Cloud's not wearing much armor, but at least there's some there. You know? Like, he is wearing some, and he could definitely block with a giant sword like that. I don't think that's quite correct there, Twitch. I don't think that's the correct information. There we go. That was weird. So Twitch has a, an information page, right? Ooh, an ether. So, like, when I, like, looking at Twitch through Stream Manager, there's a ribbon at the top that shows me, like, how long I've been streaming, how many viewers I have, how many followers I have, my bit rate, things like that, right? And, the followers showed up as, 0 for a minute, and I'm like, I'm pretty sure all 81 people who follow me didn't just decide to unfollow me. I think that's incorrect. Ooh, another ether. Nice. Ethers seem to come in pairs. I don't know what that's about. But, I'm happy for it. Like, maybe they can come in triplets now, you know? Like, we don't have to stop at pairs. Like, that doesn't have to be it. We can get more, actually. Yeah, I think that was funny. The Twitch was just like, you have no followers, and I'm like, I don't think that one's true. We'll be done with this comparatively soon. You know, comparatively, of course, being a very relative word. Like, we'll be done eventually. You know what I mean? Trying to figure out where to put my phone, where I can pick it up off of the charger without it being a problem. I did not find a good solution, just so we're all clear. Technically a solution was found, but it was not a good one. But you know, it's fine. I'm sure nothing bad will come of that. But just so you know, if you hear a crash in the background, that's what happened. I redid my tables, like my desk and secondary table today. Like how it was all organized, because I had to, you know, I set up the PS5 up near my computer, right? So that way I could stream from it. And it's a little messy. It's a little disorganized at the moment. And by a little, I mean a lot disorganized at the moment. But you know. Attempts are being made. A valiant attempt is being made to keep it organized. It's not succeeding, but it's being made for sure. Like, it's valiant in its attemptingness or something. I don't know. I don't know where I'm going with this one. But yeah, the next big thing for us after this grind is making sure we get the Dawn stuff, but that won't be much of a grind. That'll be more like we show up and get it kind of deal. Like, it won't take super long. The one after that, though, will be stealing 99 Ghost Hands. That one will take a minute, because I'm not planning on doing the W item trick. And since I'm not planning on doing the W item trick, that's gonna take a hot minute. Like, it's gonna be a bit to get that one done. But it should be fine. Honestly, stealing 99 Ghost Hands will probably take less time than this. Which is sad when I put it like that, huh? That yeah, this is probably more than 99 fights. We're also keeping escapes at 0, because the game tracks that. Not because I actually think 0 is like the ideal amount of escapes to have. Like, there are better numbers of escapes to have. But keeping it at 0 lets me decide later what amount of escapes I want to have. You know? Because there's a solid argument to be made for 2,222 escapes because of an activation of a mechanic called Lucky Sevens. And there's a solid argument to be made for 9,909 escapes and the actual... Oh, hey, man. You already got that? I guess Bear doesn't take that many kills to get it. Anyway, we're not switching to it, though. We have to get all the uses to unlock his second level 1 first. Which at the rate we're taking damage will take a little bit. But he'll get it eventually, you know? Like, it'll happen. We just gotta wait. You know, Barrett's just gotta be a little patient and wait his turn for these things, you know? Easy game, easy life. Okay, we're almost at 5,000. We have like 4,000 and a bit worth of ethers in our inventory. So we're getting there. We're almost 2/3 of the way there, and that second third of money came faster than the first. So there's that. That's good. Mainly because it's taking us less hits to kill things. Like, there aren't, like, nothing even survives hits from Tifa anymore, generally. Even if they're back row. Which means that my mash X as fast as I can strategy is faster than it was, before. When back row things would survive a hit from Tifa. Now the only thing that survives hits from any man is the big robot. Oh, good, another ether. Cool, we're at what, 7 ethers now? No, 8 even. Oof, beautiful. So 8 ethers, they sell for 750 each. 7 times 8 is 5,600, plus 400 is 6,000 gil worth of ethers, which is pretty nice. That puts us solidly above 10,000 total gil once we sell, which is getting us there. Like, we still need a couple thousand more to get 96 more iron bangles, but we're solidly getting there, which is more than I could have said a little bit ago. Like, that's absolutely more than I could have said a little bit ago, so we're very happy with that. Oh, you even got the yeah version. I was just mashing X, so, like, that was luck. The annoying thing for Tifa's limit breaks is at some point we will have to actually try to farm hers, because mashing X won't cut it. Because you get later versions of limit breaks by actually performing them. And that first style only has hits and yas, but the later ones get more and more misses, which means that we might not actually get them off. Which is, as you might imagine, a little bit of a problem. But okay, so we have a couple thousand more money to go. It's arrived a hit from Tifa. He's the worst. Tifa, I believed in you. Oh, there's an ether. Never mind, Tifa, good job. Never mind, it's okay. We're fine. We got an ether. All is well with the world. All is great with the world, actually. All is amazing. And the reason all is amazing is because I actually was expecting Final Fantasy VII to do pretty poorly. Not because I think people don't want to watch Final Fantasy VII, but because there's a bunch of people who stream it, right? Like, a lot of people stream this game. So I was like, that's oversaturated, but on the other hand, I really want to play Final Fantasy VII, so we'll just bite the bullet, have less viewers. But we're doing decently, like, better than I was expecting, you know? So thanks for watching. I appreciate all of you. I was definitely expecting today to be like Final Fantasy VII to be like something where I'm like, ooh, I can't stream that too often, or my average viewers will be really low and I won't see any growth. But it's not as explosive growth as streaming something that doesn't have very many people streaming it, like the older Digimon games or Pokemon Stadium. But it's not bad, and I appreciate that. I'm glad. I'm glad that people still find me an entertaining enough voice to listen to while I play the game. Especially since, like, as you might be able to tell from the way my layout is configured, I really like the Final Fantasy VII aesthetic. I love Final Fantasy VII as a game. Like, Final Fantasy games are what I grew up on. And 7 is probably the one that I have the most fond childhood memories of. It's gonna be controversial, but 13 is the one that I have the most like high school and up fond memories of. But don't tell anyone else that, because that's not a popular one to like. Yeah, it's a secret between the 5 of us, me and my 4 viewers. It's a secret, okay? I'll probably stream Final Fantasy 13 eventually, but you know, that's beside the point. But yeah, I am a huge fan of the Final Fantasy series. 7 in particular is one that I've got a lot of like childhood memories of, and I'm happy that I can at least stream it and not like have that be a terrible decision for the growth of my channel. And I'm happy about that, because I do wanna I want to stream this fully. I want to do a no materia run of the game, because that sounds like it'd be fun. I want to do no materia runs of the other Final Fantasy VII games, because that sounds like it would be really fun. Particularly, like, trying to do a no materia run of Crisis Core sounds both painful and exhilarating, and I'm here for it. I'll cry, but I'm here for it. That game in particular relies on materia a lot more than even this game does. Like, this game has materia in it, don't get me wrong, and like they're crucial to like defeating the extra bosses like Emerald and Ruby weapon. But like you can pretty solidly beat this game without materia. Especially if you're using items. If you don't let yourself use items either, it gets a lot sketchier. Like it gets a lot harder. And there's a lot more grinding that goes into that. But like if you're just talking about like just using items instead of materia, this game is difficult. Like you have to think about it, but it's not that hard. You know, you have to plan ahead and think about what you're going to, like what items you're going to need, where you can best get those items, things like that. Like you have to think about it. Like it's not the easiest thing in the world, but it's not the hardest either. Whereas like if you're trying to get like if you're trying to do that in fucking hard, like if you're trying to do that in Final Fantasy VII Crisis Core, your stats are tied to your materia. Like that's like one of the main ways you increase your stats. Like levels give you stats. Well, your materia are way more of your stats than your level is by the time you're at the end of the game. Like your materia is contributing way more to your stats. And that's because you don't have weapons in that game. Like you just have the default sword at first and then the Buster Sword. Like changing weapons is a scene in that game. It's not a stat thing. We're getting really close on having enough gil. Like in a bit, I'm probably gonna go sell my accessories just that way I don't have to keep doing the mental math of how much I'm getting from them. I mean, right now it's easy because I have 10, so it's 7,500. But like if I get another one, I'll probably just go sell it just because I'm tired of actually thinking. Like using brain cells is tiring, you know? I don't want to do that. Not when I'm sitting here trying to have fun playing my JRPG, mashing the X button. Why would I want to have to think? That's one of the things that I dislike about some JRPGs that try out new and inventive battle systems. Is I like it when a game makes me think for bosses, but if you're keeping the staple grinding of JRPGs as like part of your game, if that is still an encouraged part of your game to grind up before the next boss, I should not have to think about every encounter. I shouldn't. Give me some mindless encounters to grind on, please. Because I don't want, it gets really boring to be like, I have to actually pay attention on this fight and do this and do that and do this and do that. And yes, if I wanted to actually focus on playing the game, that's great. It's a hallmark of a good battle system. Like, just attacking like I am right now through fights that are supposed to be like climactic or interesting, not very fun. But when I'm grinding, I want that to be brain dead, so I can do something else while I'm doing it. Like right now, I'm almost entirely focusing on what I'm saying, not on what I'm doing. Like this is pretty brain dead. And usually, like if I were doing this off of stream, I'd just be straight up watching other things. Like this is the kind of gameplay I do while watching things. I'd be watching a movie or catching up on stuff on YouTube or something. Like not even like podcasts. I'd be watching full-on movies that I have to be focused on. Like because this is brain dead, right? This isn't something I really have to think about doing. It's pretty mindless. I don't really have to think about hitting the X button, really. Also, we have 7,500. I'm gonna go see how much money this gets us and how much we need. Because I only remember that it was around 1,500 or 15,000. I do not remember. Oh, not you, actually. Wrong store. I have to go to the right store. Please let me. Okay, I'm gonna take off ×3 speed. It's getting a little too hard to walk around. So little too hard to walk around with ×3 speed on. Okay, let's sell these ethers. That brings us up to 12,000, which only lets us get 80. So we need another 16. They're 160 per. So yeah, we do still need like, and we still need about 1,500 gil, which is a bummer. Also, I can do the speed up now. Whee! Okay, well, let's go. Let's go back to doing this. Okay, back to thinking about commentary. What I really like is games that have... So, Final Fantasy 13, has a lot of problems with it, and I will fully acknowledge those. One thing it really does well is having a dichotomy between enemies you have to think about and enemies that are mindless for you to just take out and usually most of the enemies that are mindless for you to just take out are ones that give either pretty, there's usually ones that either give pretty good XP or pretty good money drops. And the only exception to this is the gil farming at the end of the game, and it is one of the reasons why I do not have that platinum trophy. And that's because there's no mindless gil farming at the end of Final Fantasy 13. And gil is like the hard commodity to come by in Final Fantasy 13. You know, like you will max out your experience far before you can even come close to finishing off your gil needs, and that's even if you're only getting like one maxed out weapon for everyone. If you want to max out every weapon in that game, like you want to actually experiment and not look at a guide for which maxed out weapon is best, you're gonna be there a while. Like a while. Like as in when I recently played it on PC, I absolutely just used a mod that makes the drops way more common. I changed it to 100% drop chance because I did extra modding myself because I really didn't want to grind. And even with that, even making it 100% drop chance, it still took me hours. That stuff's like a 7% drop chance normally. At 100% drop chance, it took me hours to get the required trapezohedrons. And then when not just the required trapezohedrons, but the required trapezohedrons and then the platinum ingots. Like, it still took, like, that was still measured in hours, despite me doing that. Like, I gave up on doing it the normal way. I cheated, and it still took an absurd amount of time. Like, Final Fantasy 13, in my opinion, it has two major problems. One is how claustrophobic it feels and how there's not really anywhere to explore, but I can kind of get where the designers were coming from on that one, because they did say that it was supposed to be like that for the characters. So, like, they wanted to make it feel like that. And the second, like, really big problem it has is the end game. It doesn't work. Like, everyone who's, like, it really opens up after, like, once you actually get down to Pulse. No, it doesn't. Not in any fundamental way. You have to walk around more, but ultimately the order you can do things in and where you can go, still decided for you. There's no actual choice there. At best, you're getting the illusion of choice, which you can argue is pretty standard for Final Fantasy games. You know, most Final Fantasy games are only giving you an illusion of choice. So, like, that's fair. Like, it's bringing it up to the standards of, like, having a world map that you can walk around on, and that ultimately you can only actually go to, like, one new area at a time in, usually. Like, you know, usually you're pretty gated by only actually being able to get to one or two new areas at a time. So that doesn't, like, feel terrible, but the bigger issue is that all the bigger world adds is a lot of extra walking and some really not interesting side quests. And I think that's something I'd never done all of the side quests in Final Fantasy 13. I always beat the game and then decided I didn't want to play anymore. And so when I replayed the game, I would just beat the game. I would do the missions that were on the way or convenient to do. Like, I would do like the first 30 or so. The first 30 or so missions feel pretty good to do. The back 10 are just bad. That Circle of Sea Stone should have been deleted. And I'll stand by that. Like, it should. It shouldn't be there. I will die on that hill. The game would be better if that Circle of Sea Stones didn't exist. Heck, the game would be better if Titan's Trials didn't exist. Or at least were in a different format. And I think it's quite clear that the side missions in Final Fantasy 13 were an afterthought. And that's okay. Like, I don't mind them focusing on delivering a really good narrative, but I think that's fundamentally what makes it such a polarizing game, right? Because if you liked Water Kick her tier 2? Or yeah, okay. Do I have to keep her on level 1 until she gets the second level 1? Or if I move her to Water Kick, does it count? Because she still does beat Rush. I don't know. So I'll keep her on level 1 until she has it, but that may be unnecessary. Like, that might be completely unnecessary. I don't know. Yeah, what I was saying was, I think that's why Final Fantasy 13 is fundamentally so polarizing, is because the side content is such a ridiculously far away afterthought, and they focused on the narrative so heavily to the detriment of everything else. And if you did not connect with the characters and like the narrative, then of course that's not going to work, right? And so for the people who connected with the characters and liked the narrative, like me, it really worked. It was an amazing game. But if that didn't work for you, if you didn't connect with the characters and really like the narrative, then it falls apart, right? Like, it absolutely falls apart without that. And I think part of it's also having a mini-map. I think Final Fantasy 13 shouldn't have had it. Or at least that all the areas in Cocoon shouldn't have. And the reason I say that is because all the arguments you level against Final Fantasy 13, you can level against Final Fantasy 10. That's just a true statement. The battle system having some flaws because of the way characters work, that's true of Final Fantasy 10. The fact that you have to bring in every character to take actions if you want them all to get XP is very jank and feels very forced and annoying, and I wish it didn't exist on the HD remakes. But we don't always get what we want. But like, even aside from that, like, even if we were to dismiss that completely, like, even if we just put that one aside, there's a lot of other things that just aren't very interesting in 10, in the same way that they aren't interesting in 13. Most areas are hallways. Most areas are just not interesting other than visually. Like, navigating is not interesting in 10. And I think it's really interesting to discuss why then does it feel different? Because if you look at it objectively, their areas are very similar. So why then does 10 feel so much more alive than 13's areas? And I think there's a lot of good reasons for that. And I think that's like the most interesting like game design area to look at for Final Fantasy 13. And Final Fantasy 10 is like why things that worked in 10 don't work in 13. Because they're very similar in a lot of ways. And I think that is where like you can look at 13 and compare it to 10 and learn how to make games better from it, right? I think the big thing is a couple of things. One, 10 doesn't have a mini-map. So yeah, most areas are linear. Most areas are you just running forward. That's just true. There are some areas where that's not true. Don't get me wrong. And there are some other things that 10 does better about that than 13. But the big one is that you, as the player, don't know that. You don't have a map in the corner of your screen telling you constantly that there is nowhere else to go. If you're playing Final Fantasy 13, it's always there. It's always there telling you there's nowhere else to go, nowhere else to be. And also, Final Fantasy 10 just feels like it has a much better rationale for why there's only one way to go. Does that make sense? Towns are open. They're not like that. But all the times that I can think of where Final Fantasy 10 is only one way to go is because it's a game about going from one place to another. And you have, like, you're walking down roads and things. You know? Like, and so when there is a split off from the road, it's either to a small side area, or your characters wouldn't want to go that way, because you're going somewhere. You're on a pilgrimage, you have a destination. In Final Fantasy 13, even when your characters have kind of a destination, you aren't shown enough about the geography to really understand why they're going anywhere, or what their plan is, other than simply run forward in panic. That's all you're really shown. And there are some narrative reasons for that, sure, but it's still a drawback on the exploration part of the game, because it takes you out of it, right? Because you can't get into the characters' heads, because you don't understand the same things that they do. And 10 does a much better job of conveying that, of being on a journey, of having the times when they're resting in towns being open. 10 also breaks up the monotony of its largely just one direction areas by having its dungeons have puzzles. The most you get in Final Fantasy 13 is a button you press. That's the most you get, and that's a problem. It's the biggest difference between it and 10. Is in 10, there's interactable objects and people to talk to, like, everywhere. Sure, most of that world is a hallway, but it's not an empty hallway. In 13, that hallway is empty, and there's a map telling you that it's a hallway. Which is, like, so much less interesting. And, like, 13 truly is a game where they said, screw everything else, we're focusing on the narrative. And that hurt them. It hurt them a lot, right? It hurt the other parts of the game. Because why does that hallway not have anyone to interact with in it? Well, because the narrative says people should be afraid of you and afraid of the sea. Everyone you run into are enemies. So you can't have people to talk to. And the few rare times that you do, they make the decision that your characters wouldn't want to actually stop and talk to them, so you just overhear things they're already saying. Because your characters don't have time to stop and smell the roses. It's a sacrifice for the narrative again. Because that's what it always is with Final Final Fantasy 13. It's always a sacrifice for the narrative. The narrative always wins. Every time they had to make a gameplay versus narrative choice, the narrative won. Every single time. And it shows. And I think it is problematic in terms of, like, it makes it a less fun game. Final Fantasy 13 is a great saga from a standpoint of watching it and engaging with the narrative. And the gameplay, the battle system has a lot of potential that the game sometimes realizes, but largely doesn't. Because you don't get to fight anything at the end of the game. There's no ruby weapon or emerald weapon. You know? There's no ruby weapon, there's no emerald weapon, there's no extra bosses. There's no international version with extra bosses. So, like, you can train to be ridiculously strong in that game. And the only thing to fight is a bunch of turtles. That's all you've got. And I'll grant you, those turtles are strong, but one single strong, repeatable enemy is not as cool as it would be to, say, duel with Titan or something. Or other things like that. You know? Like, there are a lot of things that they could have done in post-game to make that more interesting, but it wasn't the narrative. It wasn't the narrative, so it got cut. I'm sure that the designers suggested things like that. I'm sure that there was talk about adding things like that, but it got cut for the narrative. It got cut to spend more resources making those scenes better, making those scenes prettier, adding more of those. And even all of those didn't make it into the game properly, as you can see in the transition to Pulse. Like, they clearly cut a chapter there. It's really obvious that, like, they cut stuff there. If you don't know what I mean, when you get to Pulse, they do a little, like, time skip thing that ends with Hope in danger because of his crest, right? And there's no lead up into that being a thing that would or could happen, which is a little weird. And then there's scenes that clearly feel like they're meant to take place before that. If you go back, upon getting to the step, which is where those scenes drop you off, where that chain of event drops you, if you immediately turn around and go back in to where you just came from, you can find that, you know, there's some scenes that are like, that feel like they should have been before that, you know? Anyway, there we go, we did it. Got a little bit of extra gil, but that's because we picked up an ether after, you know? Okay, we did it. Now we are going to find out who has the lightning. Barret does? No, Barret does not actually. Because I want that on Cloud. Barret can have the next attack magic. I just want Cloud to have, excuse me, an attack magic. Like, I could go heal, but honestly, at this point, we're so comically over-leveled for this area, I really don't feel the need. Anyways, let's save there. Then we're going to go back to the very back and the very bottom. Can I go? Okay, and then the very bottom. We're gonna save there. And that's our first backup save. Just in case there's any jankiness, we're gonna make sure that we resave there. That was just to make sure of any jankiness and, like, it, I don't know. Anyway, we can now continue on. That took like an hour and a half, and we were at 3 times speed for most of it. So all of the people who did this kind of run back in the PS1 days, they're the real heroes. Like, they did this on the console itself. Like, man, that's more time than I would ever put into JRPG, you know? Only reason I'm willing to do this now is because of the 3x speed button on, like, official hardware. Okay. And we go into the train. Let's get out of here. A private car, so split up. Hoodlums again. God, don't I just have all the luck? I mean, obviously not, bro. You say something, says Barrett. I said you say something. Now look at that, it got empty all of a sudden. What's going on? It's empty because of guys like you. You've seen the news, right? Avalanche says there'll be more bombings. Only devoid employees like me would go to Midgar on a day like today. You work for Shinra? I won't give in to violence, and you can't do anything to me either. Barrett. Anyway, Barrett swears at the man. So what are we gonna do now? Hell, you so calm. You're busting up my rhythm. We just finished connecting the cars. We're finally leaving. I actually really like the changes they made to Barrett in Remake. Just because they made him feel less like Mr. T. Mr. serious about his work. And like, in this, I love Barrett, but at the opening of this game, he feels like a Mr. T ripoff. Now, he gets more character later in the game, when we learn more about Marlene and all of that, but like at this point, feels like a Mr. T ripoff. Just probably already told you, but there's a security checkpoint at the top plates, an ID scan system checking all the trains. Shinra is very proud of. Can't use our fake IDs anymore. In the Midgar Lines, arrival time at Sector 4 station is 11:45. That means we've got only 3 more minutes to the ID checkpoint. Alright, in 3 minutes we're jumping off this train. Got it? Yeah, we can't make it past the ID check, so we have to jump off the train first. Before we get there. Anyway, hey Tifa. It's like you've seen this already. It's alright, come a little closer. Yeah, sure, Tifa. I'll stand closer to you if you want me to. And checkpoint is supposed to be further down. Type A security alert. Underground passengers burned. A search of all cars will be conducted. Be Type A security alert. What's happening? What's going on? We're in trouble. I'll explain later. Hurry, get to the next car. Oh, fuck, someone blew it. Your passengers is located in car 1, preparing for lockdown. Let's go, keep it up. Talk to me now, I'm really impressed. Here's a little something as a reward. Got a Phoenix down. And we go on. I'm just going to casually look at what we need to do on this one before I hit X. Okay, there's a guy in the lower left who gives us a high potion. They're locking the door, sir. Just run. Changing to plan 2. Anyway, thanks for the high potion, buddy. Now we need to keep some jerk in here from stealing from us. Alright, we clear? Yeah, let's try another check. If we're caught, we're done for. But don't worry, if we move with the train car by car, we should get past it. To the front of the train. Currently tracking location. Anyway, this guy's going to take something from us. Oh, please let me talk to him. Game. That's right. Thank you. Was there anything in that last car? Okay, no. Cool. Tifa, you gonna let me pass? Alright, we made it. Cool, I'm glad. Can we go? Yeah, okay. None of these people are possible to talk to. We're gonna dive out of here. Also, I like their disguises. I appreciate them. Me, Jesse, how do I look, Cloud? Do I look good in a Shinra uniform? Yeah, sure. Look great, just like a man. Yay, I'm so happy, I think. Scary, huh? Too late for that now. Why'd you come along anyway? Because... there ain't no time for that. Barrett's like, no lovey-dovey time. We got places to be. Ain't no time to waste. Do something. Me and my mind. Watch closely. I'm gonna jump. You don't care if I go first? Lead a row with Stacyland. Don't worry about me. Just go. And go get in your spiky ass here. It's only the beginning of the mission. Just shrug. Todd hits him with that classic shrug. Also, I like Wedge's outfit. Later, you take care of the rest. So far, everything's going as planned. Don't let your guard down until we get to the Sector 5 reactor. Biggs, Wedge, and Jesse got everything ready for us, so move it. Move it, move it. Reactor's just down this tunnel. Okay. Fly beams to the Shinra security sensors. We can't go any further. Apparently you can get some spider webs that let you cast slow in this area. One damn tiny hole. You telling me to squeeze into that to get under the plate? No way. What are we gonna do? We're gonna look inside, just for fun. Don't see anything that'll get us stuck in this duct. Go down this duct, we won't be able to come back. Yeah. If my eye is bothering me. I don't know why. And it's just decided to be irritated, which is a very unfortunate thing. But down we go anyway. Might not be able to open my eye, but I can still stream. This is fine. Who needs to be able to read anyway? It's not like I'm playing a game where that's necessary. Okay. Stupid Silk. Could you stop that, please, though? Like, actually, rude. You could not. Doing these fights at normal speed now is, it sure feels weird. I need to turn battle speed down, actually. Battling at this speed is actually really bad. So the reason why is if you have battle speed set to maximum, whichever side has more people will get more turns, because turns can recharge while people are doing animations, and increasing battle speed doesn't change the speed of animations. So that's really bad, and since most areas will have monsters spawning in faster than like monsters spawning in more than you. Like, you will be at the disadvantage more often than you're at the advantage. We'll go say a quick hi to Wedge, you know? Okay. Oh god, it feels so slow to play this game at normal speed again. We're just gonna... It's fine. We can hit the speed up. I like these enemies are threatening, you know? Like, we're a little bit higher level than they are at this point. Reactors up this ladder. That's cool, Wedge. That's cool. Anyway. Always loved this music as a kid. Made me feel like I was being sneaky. Sorry, the ID scan problem train was all my fault. Modified your ID card and that's what did it. I did my best, but I failed. Next time I'll give you something better. I'll be back at the hideout in my research room working on it. Anyway, we're most of the way through this area already. Honestly, this section of the game, really not very long. Which is why everyone was so surprised that the Midgar section of the game was the whole game for Remake. Like, you have to admire the balls on not only saying, hey, we're going to expand this section of the game, but we're going to take the first couple hours of the game and we're going to make it an entire 40-hour experience. And I think they actually did a really good job of doing that without it feeling forced. Like, there are some parts that I think feel a little bit forced, but like on an overall basis, it feels pretty good. And it is super long. And it feels really good for how long it is when you remember that the original game had like 8 hours for that section. Like, it's 8 to 10 hours or something. If you're playing normally. Hold on, let me get up at the hideout. Cloud, we're counting on you to blow up the reactor. Like, don't get me wrong, we still, like, we're only 2 hours in. We still have a fair amount of this left to go. But an hour and a half of that 2 hours was, also, I just realized that does that not speed up during speed up? It doesn't. Wait, does it speed up when I'm like in a menu where speed up is working? 51. We'll just wait a couple of seconds. Yeah, it does not. Okay, that's interesting. Anyway, down we go. Whee! I really like that they, like, even in this original, they put the detail work, and like we'll have like this other entrance that is like kind of like a back entrance that they can use the second time. I think that's cool. Like, that's a nice detail. Okay. Rude. Dude. Honestly surprised. I think it says a lot about how much of your strength comes from not your level in this game. That these enemies aren't just getting one shot. Because a lot of your strength in this game does come from gear. Look at how much money they're dropping. Isn't it beautiful? Anyway. Gotta go plant a bomb. Down we go. Sure does take a hot second to walk down this elevator, or this reactor. Don't know where the elevator came from. That's just not true. And go this way. We'll use the save point. You know, it never hurts to use save points when you see them, just in case something happens. Alright, we can't speed up on this menu. Anyway, onward we go. Okay, we got another fight. I'm speeding this one up. I have no cares. Zero cares. I'm annoyed that I keep getting smogged, though. That's annoying. Please stop. These enemies could just stop doing that. That'd be great. Having blind inflicted on me is just so rude. At least I think that's what smog does. At least it doesn't persist after battle, though, so there's that. Oh, hey, it's Tifa! I'm sure this is a happy memory. Papa, Sephiroth. Did Sephiroth do this to you? Sephiroth Soldier, Mako Reactor, Shinra. I hate them all! Damn, man, get a hold of yourself. You alright? Tifa. Hmm? No, forget. Come on, let's hurry. Oh, you're my chaperone, right? Damn straight. Tifa's old friend. That ain't good enough. You know, I gotta respect Barret for, like he is doing an underground resistance operation here. So, like, he acts like a hard ass to Cloud, and we as the character, I feel like we're supposed to like that less, but it makes a lot of sense, and it is a good thing for him to be doing. Like, that's logical. He should be acting like that. That's true. Okay, we did it. We set the bomb, except this time there's no timer. So I guess we upgraded to remote activated overnight? I don't know. Like, just decided timers were unnecessary anymore. They were like, we got our one cool timer sequence, we're good now. They were really just like, that's good enough. I mean, we don't need any more. Get hit by some machine guns. I like how all of them just shake off machine guns now. Honestly, pretty impressive. Up. Get out of here. Okay. Easy game, easy life. I have to say, it feels really weird to have access to a God mode button. Like, I could press it at any moment. It's such a weird thing. It's so weird that they added that in the PS4 version. Like, the speed up makes sense to me, because, like, that's a pretty standard emulator thing, right? Like, every emulator has that. Why'd they add a God mode button? That's a standard cheat, yeah, but that's certainly not a standard emulator thing. Like, that's a surprise. Anyway, back up we go. We just gotta get out of this reactor, same way we got out of the first one. Yeah, just walk our way out. It's really not super interesting. We will speed up a little bit for it though. Okay, well, going great. Is what can truly be said about this is that it is going great. Okay, come on. Can we hit the enemy now? Thank you. I know you're blinded, Tifa, but come on, hit the enemy. Gosh. I really appreciate that this game did away with... Okay, so that's one thing I actually do like about Final Fantasy 13. Is they got rid of MP, which I think was necessary for the way they wanted that battle system to work. So, like, I get it. I'm really happy healing was automatic. I think that healing shouldn't have been... I think it would have been a nice touch if healing was, in fact, not automatic until you had healing magic, and, like, only functions that way if you have healers in your, like, nearby. So, and for most of the game, that's true, but before they become the sea, it wouldn't be. Oops. I think this is the real reason there's not a, like, this is the real reason why there's not a timer here, because could you imagine dying to that time, like, oof. I would be upset. Like, I would not be happy at all. Okay, let's go. Got some more enemies to beat on. I'd just like to say that, like, the fight music from this game is on my favorites playlist on Spotify. That's just true. And I regret nothing. Like, it's just there. That's why I hum along to it like that, because, like, I'm used to just listening to it while I do other things. Shinra soldiers! What the hell's going on? A trap. President Shinra? Oh, he's the president here. I do like the way it works in Final Fantasy VII Remake, where it's a hologram of the president rather than the actual president, just to add to, like, you don't even get an opportunity to try to end me. What was it? Avalanche? Don't you forget it. It's your President Shinra, huh? Long time no see, sir. Time no see? Oh, you! You're the one who quit Soldier and joined Avalanche. I knew you'd been exposed to Mako from the look in your eyes. Tell me, traitor, what was your name? Cloud. Thank you for asking, but I can't be expected to remember everyone's name unless you become another Sephiroth. Ah, Sephiroth. He was brilliant. Perhaps too brilliant. Sephiroth. Anyway, yeah, we're gonna do the big explosion. Serves you all right. Such a waste of good fireworks just to get rid of vermin like you. Barrett's whole response there was just an elongated version of "No, you." You're beginning to bore me. Very busy man. So excuse me, I have a dinner I must attend. You don't know, I hadn't even started with you yet, but I've made arrangements for a playmate for you all. What's that noise? The hell is that? Meet Airbuster, a techno soldier. Our weapons development department created him. Today he'll extract from your dead bodies will be of great use to us in future experiments. Techno soldier. Now then, if you'll excuse me. Wait, President! Hey, Cloud, we've got to do something about him. Help, Cloud! This is from Soldier? No way, it's just a machine. I don't care what it is, I'm gonna bust him up. And we get the boss music, which I also have in my Spotify playlist. Anyway, let's write it counters whenever it has to turn around. This is a good way to ensure that you get to keep doing limit breaks, though, so, you know, that's cool. Ooh. Oof. Spicy. That did more than half of its health. We win. Oh, dang. I know we're a little over leveled, but the main reason that did so much is because it takes 5 times damage when hit from behind. So, that was a solid hit. gonna blow. Let's go, Tifa. Barret, can't you do something? Not a damn thing. God, please don't die. You can't die. There's still so much I want to tell you. I know, Tifa. Are you gonna be alright? You worry about yourselves. I'm alright, but take care of Tifa. Alright, sorry about all this. Stop talking like this at the end. Okay, hold on. So, like, on the one hand, like, Cloud falling there is something that's clearly meant to just, you know, be how it works. But we do see Cloud do a lot of other much more acrobatic moves, and I think that's really what always irked me about the fact that he falls there. It's just a weakness of, you know, scene versus other things, you know? You all right? Can you hear me? Yeah. Back then I only got scraped knees. What do you mean by back then? What about now? Can you get up? What do you mean by back then? What about now? Don't worry about me. Worry about yourself now. I'll try. Ooh, how about that? Ooh, what a relief. Take it slow now, little by little. Hello, hello. I know. Hey, who are you? Hello, hello. We did it. I can't believe Barret, like, almost one-shot that boss. That was more than I expected from that hit. This is a church in the Sector 5 slums. You fell from above. You really gave me a scare. I came crashing down. Even the flowerbed must have broken your fall. You're lucky. Flowerbed, is this yours? Sorry about that. Flowers, you're quite resilient because this is a sacred place. You see, grass and flowers won't grow in Midgar. For some reason, they have no trouble blooming here. Aerith says as if she's not the one causing it. I love it here. Okay. So we meet again. Don't you remember me? Yeah, I remember. You were selling flowers. You didn't buy any flowers from me, though. Sure didn't. Well, that's okay. Did you have any materia? Yeah, some. Nowadays, you can find materia anywhere. Not special. It's good for absolutely nothing. Good for nothing? You just don't know how to use it. No, I do. It just doesn't do anything. Yep, does nothing at all. Not important whatsoever. They feel like talking. Do you feel up to it? After all, here we are meeting again. I don't mind. Hey, I've got to check my flowers. It'll just be a minute. I would never mind talking to Aerith. Okay, she's just gonna... It's a little longer. Oh, now that you mention it. We don't know each other's names, do we? My name is... you know what? I was considering changing it to Aerith, but we'll just leave it as Aerith. It's fine. I'm Aerith, the flower girl. Nice to meet you. The name's Cloud. Me, I do a little bit of everything. Oh, jack of all trades. Yeah, I do whatever's needed. What's so funny? What are you laughing at? Sorry, I just... Sorry, bad timing on my part. Oh, don't let it get to you. Say, Cloud, have you ever been a bodyguard? You can't do anything, right? Yeah, that's right. And get me out of here. Take me home. Okay, but it'll cost you. Okay, let's see. How about if I go out with you once? Aerith really be, like, abusing pretty privilege. I'll go on a date with you if you protect me, good sir. I don't know who you are, but... You don't know me. I know you. Oh yeah, I know you. That uniform. Hey sis, this one's a little weird. Shut up, Shinra Spy. I mean, I want him taken out? I haven't decided yet. Come right here, you'll ruin the flowers. I love all the nods that, like, Cloud's absolutely not okay during this. The exit's back there. And I love how much they played them up for Final Fantasy VII Remake. They were Mako eyes. Yeah, alright, come on, get to work. Oh. And don't step on the flowers. Yeah, Reno just walked right through them. We get to use Braver, so that's nice. One thing I really like about Final Fantasy VII Remake is that Aeris gets to actually use magic in her casual attacks. And I like that. On the one hand, it doesn't make as much logical sense because it's very clearly not something anyone else can do. But I really do like it. It makes her so much cooler as an attacker. And it was absolutely important for, not the second. Okay, cool. We can now swap up to level 2. Also, equip on Aeris. Going to equip the Titan Bangle. And then Tyria, throw ice on her. And then order, move her out of the back row. Okay. So that way she can do at least some damage physically. Okay. Really wish there was a save point right before what I have to do next. Because this next bit is real annoying. It's really easy to be too slow. Wow, that one. And it looks like they aren't going to let us go. What should we do? We can't let them catch us, can we? There's only one thing left to do. Aeris, this way. Aeris be like, what do you expect me to do? I don't got super legs. Hold them off, right. Make sure they don't get through. Engine's getting away. Attack, attack, attack. Ah! Aeris. Think we killed them? They never should have fought us. Cloud, help! Damn. What's that? Hold on a minute. Okay, this feels like the leftmost barrel, which is the first one we're supposed to push. We did it. Okay, now it's the uppermost barrel, and then the rightmost. We're going to stand near the uppermost barrel. We wait until Aeris needs help again. Cloud, help! Hold on a minute. Got him. Easy game, easy life. A target destroyed. I think this is a cool concept, but the execution on it is pretty poor because I never could tell where these barrels were supposed to land as a kid. I had to trial and error this. I still don't know how you're supposed to tell. This last one is the only one that makes any like 3D reasoning sense to me. We did it. Thanks, Cloud. Easy game, easy life. There we go. Aeris, this way. Wahoo. We did it. Now we leave. Whee! Out here we go. They're looking for me again. You mean it's not the first time they've been after you? No. They're the Turks. The Turks are a Shinra organization. They scout for possible candidates for soldier. This violently? I thought they were kidnapping someone. They're also involved in a lot of other dirty stuff on the side. Spying, murder, you know. The works. They look like it. Why are they after you? There must be a reason, right? Nah. I think they believe I have what it takes to be a soldier. I don't want to get caught by those people. Well, let's go. We continue on this direction. Wait, I said. Yeah. Sure, you'll catch up eventually. Slow down, don't leave me. Funny, I thought you were cut out to be a soldier. And then they giggled together. Isn't that cute? Were you ever in soldier? I used to be. How'd you guess? Your eyes, they have a strange glow. That's the sign of those who've been infused with Mako, mark of soldier. But how did you know about that? Oh, nothing. Nothing? Right, nothing. Come on, let's go, bodyguard. Anyway, now what? Now we cry. That's what. Obviously. I got hit with the cops. Ugh. Ow. Okay, up to the. Oh god, no, we don't like fighting here, for the record, because of these bastards. They need to die as soon as possible. Like they're like, don't let them get a turn kind of enemies, because they steal equipment from you, which is just a rude thing. We don't like that. We do not allow that in this household. We in fact explicitly prevent that in this household. Also, we had to get so over leveled doing that other bit that even Aerith is over leveled, and she starts a couple levels below the average level for your party. Anyway, that's actually going to be all for today, because I'm getting hungry, so I want to go get food. Thanks for watching, and I will see you all tomorrow, which will be either this or Pokemon Stadium. Who knows which one? Could be either. Could be anything. I might decide to do something else. We'll find out. Thanks for watching, and I'll see y'all next time.